Hi, this is Ed from Demon Speed Motorsports. I'm here today to talk to you about the parts that we have for the air nitrogen system for the air jacks on the Cup cars. What we have here on the table, we have our hose system. Now the hose comes with a couple of special features. One of them is a quick disconnect which adapts the larger flow diameter quick disconnect to a standard size quick disconnect for things like your tire fill or any air tools that you might want to hook up. The other one is a air release valve just behind the regulator there. Now we also have the Lincoln Motorsports regulator, which is a 600 psi high flow regulator. It flows much better and much faster than any of the other regulators that are more made for welding. Down here on this end, we have a nitrogen transfer kit, which allows you to transfer nitrogen from a larger tank to a smaller tank, so you can use a smaller tank to be a little bit more convenient for you around the shop. And then finally, we have the Stabuli Air Lance, which works with any of the 997 Cup cars. So the first thing I want to show you is the nitrogen transfer kit here. This nice option for you allows you to transfer the nitrogen from a large tank like the one I have next to me to a smaller tank in case around the shop or even when you go to the track you want to actually use a smaller tank and not have to lug around a large tank like this one here. So let me grab you a tank. This tank is a very nice size. It works very well depending on how many times you plan on lifting the car or what you're going to be using it for. We've used these in this size to get us through an entire weekend with no problem. But we'll also carry one of these inside the large toolbox. So the nitrogen fill kit comes in two different hose sizes. This is the smaller of the two. It's a 3-foot. The other size is a 6-foot. You can see that this will work for this, but if you wanted to have the larger tank lying down or in a remote area, you probably want to get the 6-foot one. So the way that this works is you just hook up the two nitrogen tanks, just like I'm doing here. And the little one I have here is completely empty right now, or so empty it won't lift the car. So now that they're both hooked up, we open the valve on the small one, and you can see here it's got about 500 psi of pressure. And then you open the valve on the large one, and you can hear it transferring from one tank to the other. When you can audibly hear the transfer stop and you can see that the pressure in the tank has changed, you can shut the nozzles on both tanks, and then you release all of the pressure in the hose with that release right there. And now that you can remove the hoses off of both of them, just like that. Now your small tank has the same amount of pressure as your large tank. So if your large tank started out with 1800 psi, your small tank, they both probably will have about 1600 psi now. So the next part is that we've got our hose assembly with the Stabuli wand attached. We've got the Lincoln Motorsports regulator hooked up to our tank. The tank is actually on right now, and you can see that right now the pressure on the line side is about 180. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll crank this up. We get it up to about 500, and we're going to, what I'll do is I'm just going to go ahead and attach the lance to the car. to get the air jacks to go up. And this is kind of going to be a demonstration of what you get with the larger diameter hose, fittings, and the Lincoln Motorsports regulator. So it's much faster going up in the air than you might have with a welding type regulator. And you don't want to do that all the time, but when you need to do it, and you need to do it fast, this allows you to really bring the car up in the air very quickly. Once you're done with the hose, using it for this, now if you wanted to use it to, say, fill a tire, it's very difficult to be able to remove the quick disconnect from the current tool, in this case the wand. So what we've done is we've added the valve in the back there. I've gone ahead and shut the regulator. You open the valve in the back, bleed off the pressure in the line, close the valve. Now this can be removed. You can put on your regular fitting, your air chuck, and always remember to lower the pressure in the regulator before you start using your new tool. For more information for any of these products, go ahead and visit us at www.demonspeedmotorsports.com or give us a call at 216-333-1200.